Time report. I'm Ekta Batra. With me is Mangalam Malu as well as Sonal Putra. Well, it is turning out to be quite a quiet session and no surprises there considering that it is close towards the close of the year. So a lot of the markets are on holiday and the markets in general are winding down the year. So not much in terms of cues at this point in time. A lot of stocks in focus, which we will be discussing over the next 60-odd minutes. Central Bank, Laurus Labs, HEG, Time, Technoplast, to name a few. And we have Aurobindo, which is in focus as well, where they've received the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission recommendation to manufacture a particular, or rather SEC in this case would be different, but a particular vaccine. Remember that they have been focusing on the vaccine market, and this would probably be one step towards that. It is via joint venture where they hold 80%. We will get you more details on this important news. There's also L&T in focus.
Yes, and it is so quiet and directionless that we are finding a lot of amusement in the fact that my tie and Ekta's shirt are the exact same color. That's about it. But it is the year end, and we are we have the markets that behave like the year end as well. The only silver lining, so to say, right now is the fact that the mid-cap index outperformance continues from yesterday. The broader market health is much better as well.
Hey Mangalam, hey Ekta. Yes, so year end, and of course lesser cues that we are getting today, but definitely mid-cap continues to be in fine fettle. We have Bank Nifty, which is seeing some declines, but with that, let's move on and get Capri Global, which is the first corporate on our radar. Stock has seen a significant move this year, up over 40% so far. Quarter two disbursals were up 154% year on year, while assets under management also grew by 47% YOY. The company has also added gold loan segment to their business. Rajesh Sharma, the MD at the company, is joining us now to discuss the business prospects and the outlook for 2023 as well. Mr. Sharma, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us here. Well, quarter two was really robust for you, robust disbursal growth, which drove AUM growth for you as well. Can you tell us how quarter three has been so far? Have you seen an improvement on a quarter-on-quarter basis, and what is the rest of the year looking like?
So this quarter is looking very good. As you know that in all NBFC and banking sector, there is always H2 is always better and the activity picks up. So on the same trend, our quarter on the MSME side, affordable housing side, and the newly launched product gold loan is picking up very well. And we hope, in line with what you said earlier, we will be targeting a growth of about 27%, and I think we should be able to easily achieve that. We might surpass that growth during this current year. So overall, there is a quite good momentum on the rural economy, semi-urban, where most of our branches are there. So I think it should be all-time high disbursement for the Capri.
Okay.
Right. Okay, Mr. Sharma, we understand that you've started working with HDFC Bank on the asset side as well. Can you share some details on what this partnership entails and how much incremental growth will come from here?
So HDFC Bank partnership is towards the co-lending, which is under now process. That will take off in now, I think, the current quarter. But we have co-lending partnership, which is with Union Bank, State Bank, Punjab Sindh Bank. That is already under active disbursements are happening, and technology integration is once completed. I think that will pace up further. And these partnerships we are actively discussing with a few other banks as well. So we are quite confident that this co-lending phenomenon, without putting more equity, it is quite ROE accretive. And I think this is going to be very significant development once 20 to 30% of the AUM growth will be partnered with these co-lending partners. So we are looking that their full effect should be visible in the next financial year.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Sharma, when you are talking about co-lending, increasing your ROE, can you give us a sense of what sort of ROE and ROA do you target at gold loan and car loan with the co-lending business that you're talking about? And you're also talking about more such partnerships with other banks as well.
So if we understand the co-lending business, 20% only funds we have to provide, 80% has to be participated by the partner bank, whereas the entire spread on the 80% also comes to us. So that way, if you see, on 20% we have to provide lesser capital, but we get the entire spread on the 100% of the loan originated. Our basic role is originate the loan, refer it to the partner bank based on their criteria, and do the collection also. So this entire activity, origination, underwriting, collection is done by us, but 80% parking of the funds and the parking of that assets is a co-partner, is done by the bank. So our equity is less, but our spread is higher. So that is how this is ROE accretive. If we talk about the car loan, we don't invest any money. It is just the lead origination we share, because today we have about 7,000 employees and about 4,000 employees on the ground at various branch levels. We have almost about 500, 600 branches today operational across Gujarat, Maharashtra, MP, Rajasthan, NCR. From that, we originate a lot of car loan lead, and out of that, we get almost about 2.5% fee. And that is a good fee income. This year, we are targeting 100 crore rupees fee income alone from the car loan lead origination, where there is no capital is employed by us. It is a purely fee income business.
All right, so you're quite bullish on the fee income business. Mr. Sharma, I wanted your perspective into, going into next year with regards to two segments, construction finance as well as affordable housing. Construction finance AUM was up quite significantly in the previous quarter, both year on year as well as Q on Q, along with affordable housing as well. Can you tell us what the asset quality trends might be within this segment? How much are you probably looking to push these two segments going into next year?
So if we talk about construction finance, we are funding those small developers who otherwise don't get time-bound money sanctioned from the banking system. And these are very affordable developers where average ticket size on outstanding basis is less than 8 crore rupees. So you can imagine they are tier 3, tier 4 affordable home developer where these fundings are done. Our overall book at a consolidated level will remain less than 25% in this segment, and this is strategy of following from year on year after. Okay. Last quarter there is little high growth, but I think this quarter and next quarter the growth will be in a manner that overall it doesn't exceed 25%. And these, if you talk about NPA in the affordable housing segment, we had one NPA which is less than 0.3% of the book, and that NPA is also now provided for 100%. So as of now, there is no gross NPA or net NPA in the construction finance vertical. If we talk about affordable housing finance, within the housing finance segment, affordable housing finance segment as per the ICRA is almost about 75,000 crore rupees, which is growing at the pace of about 17% year on year. And if you talk about Capri, which is operating through about 150 branches today, we are growing at the pace of 40% year on year since last 3 years, and we continue to grow in the current year also with the same pace. Okay. So we expect that affordable housing is a very high growth segment, and next few years continue to grow with the same pace. State government as well as central government is following this housing for all. There's a lot of impetus in terms of giving a lot of stamp duty waiver, a lot of FSI relaxation for the building smaller homes. And similarly, now smaller homes are getting built, and for those loans are also getting available from various affordable housing finance. So overall, this is going to provide a very good social impact also to provide the smaller homes for the people who can afford to buy the home within 25 to 30 lakh rupees.
That, Mr. Sharma, one of the businesses that you entered recently was the gold finance business. It started reflecting in your AUM in just the last few quarters. For this year, you have a target of almost 1,000 crores in terms of AUM for the gold business, and the long-term target that you've given is about 10,000 odd crores. You plan to add a lot of branches there. You have 130 plus branches. What are your thoughts in the kind of investments that you will be making in adding these branches, and what is this glide path to 10,000 crores? Will it be front-ended or back-ended?
So I think gold loan, when we started in August, now as of now we speak about 450 branches are operational, and I think by end of March about 550 branches will be operational, and next year by the March 2024 we are targeting about 1,000 branches. This is our target we are chasing. And on the branch setup, I think one branch we have to invest about 15 lakh rupees of capital cost and other cost. These branches essentially are on the rent basis. Only the safe vault, etc., we have to provide with the AI-enabled camera and 24/7 service system with the proper insurance of the gold. So all those things are taken care of. Now the entire expansion will happen from the branch level expansion, because these are the walk-in customer. These are not the customer we can go and chase them. Once we build our brand in the vicinity we operate in, the customer walk in and we give the loan in a hassle-free manner in a maximum 10 minutes. That is the system and process we follow. So I think looking at the gold loan market, which is about 3,30,000 crore of overall market, is with a CRISIL which is growing at the pace of 12% year on year. But still, 65% of opportunities still exist where these smaller people borrow from the Mahajan at exorbitant rate. I think that is where a lot of growth will come. They will come to the formal segment like NBFC in banking system. And you've seen that gold loan has grown across with the banks and NBFC. I think there's a huge opportunity still exists.
Okay.
We are confident to achieve that 10,000 crore mark in the next 5 years.
Okay, all right. We'll hold you on that guidance, Mr. Sharma, in the next 5 years. But, Mangalam did mention branch expansion. You're doing that for the non-gold loan segment as well. You're expanding into different states, UP and others. One of the key metrics in the previous quarter was that your OPEX was quite high. So for how long are you going to probably have this kind of an OPEX figure, which, for example, was up around 131% on a year-on-year basis in the previous quarter? How long is this operating expenditure going to continue at this rate and hence probably impact profitability? Any guidance?
So our operating costs have gone up primarily because of the gold loan business expansion, because the gold business branch becomes at break-even between 15 to 18 months. And after that, it starts contributing. Still that gold loan. So this year, we expect about 70 to 80 crore rupees of loss in the gold loan segment. If we take out that loss outside the MSME book and other book, I think then our profit would have grown at least 40 to 50%. Because of the gold loan, the profit will remain at the same level or maybe slightly lower. But and operating cost, OPEX is very, very high because entire expenses we are writing off in the profit and loss account. We are not capitalizing as a conservative strategy. So thereby this operating cost will remain elevated for at least till the next September 2023. Thereafter, once the branches start contributing, the operating cost will come down. And I think by 2024 and onwards, we'll see gold loan business itself will become profitable and start contributing towards the bottom line.
Right. Fino payments is something that we always, need to ask you. You bought it in personal capacity for a short-term limited trading bet is what you said earlier. The price is pretty much close to the average price of your acquisition. Are you looking to load up more?
Not at the moment. If we see that some price corrections happens and we found it continue to be interesting to us, we might add up. But when we buy in stock, we look parallel many other opportunity also. So it depends on the pricing of that time and that time overall segment. Else we'll continue to hold that for a few months. Let's see how it does.
Okay, all right. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for joining us. That's the word coming from Capri Global. Some guidance, and they are expecting strong growth in the second half as well. Let's slip into a short break. On the other side, we'll put focus on some stocks which are swinging in trade on the back of news updates. Stay tuned.